Right, so today we'll be talking about CBTs. Particularly the second part of the CBT on the road part. So you're guaranteed to pass realistically. Unless you like majorly fuck up, which is highly unlikely. If you're driving very dangerously and cause an accident, then you're probably going to fail. But even if you crash and do it in a safe manner, like, you will pass CBT. So during the road part of the CBT, you will have an earpiece, and the instructor will talk to you through this earpiece. However, you cannot talk back. So they tell you to, oh hello, what's this car doing? So they tell you to shake your head if you didn't understand or didn't hear them properly. So it's a half decent way of communicating. Although if the instructor is at the back and the person at the front didn't hear them, it's unlikely that they're going to see that. So you may miss a turning or something, or not stop when they want you to, but again, that's not too much of an issue. You won't fail that. You won't fail CBT just because of that. Like I said, as long as you're riding safely, you will be fine. So one thing I do disagree about the CBT is they tell you to ride in the centre of the road, like so. However, I disagree with that because you get all like oil from cars and oil and debris from cars like in the centre of the road normally. So I tend to ride in position 3, as they call it, which is like so. So you have position 3, position 2, and once you pass this car, I shall show you position 1, and then position 1 on the left hand side. They have these positions to make manoeuvring easier. So if you're turning left, then you get into position 1. Get into position 1 just before the turn, indicate, use your mirrors, and then manoeuvre. Or it could be mirrors, indicate, and then position. Can't exactly remember what order that is in, but again, as long as you do all 3, you should be fine. And again, the same with the right turns. Get into position 3, do your signalling, mirror check, and then manoeuvre. It'll be all good. Another big thing is lifesavers, as we call it here in the UK. I don't know if other countries call it that or not, but shoulder checks. Because shoulder checks can save your life. So we call them lifesavers. You also want to make sure there's a good amount of space between the car in front. They say 2 seconds. 2 seconds in the dry and 4 in the wet. Just to make sure you have enough time to slow down. So here's an example of how you would turn right. In a second, once we get to the turning. That was a bit premature. So, yeah, here we go. So you look in your mirror, indicate, get into position, and then do your lifesaver. And maneuver. You also want to make sure you don't speed at all, because it is a limit. The speed limit is a limit and not a target. So when you stop behind a car, you also want to have a good amount of space behind in case someone does come up behind you a little bit fast. Then you have a little bit of an escape route. CBT instructors like to have at least a car's width or a bike's width, a length, between you and the car in front. So as you can probably see, I am hovering over the brake, the front brake. CBT instructors don't want you to do that, because if you get into an incident where you have to brake hard, then you're going to grab the brake instead of just slowly easing into it. You're going to panic brake basically, which you don't want to do, because you can, your front end can go out, your front end can slip, and you can come off your bike, and that's, you know, never a good thing. I mean, it happens to everyone. You're going to come off your bike at some point. Even if you're the safest rider known to man, but you know, you can't control all the other drivers and what they do. They could pull out in front of you, you could anticipate it, but they could cut the corner and you not have enough time to stop in time. But yeah, CBT is relatively easy. If you're a first time rider, as we all were once, it does get a bit, you do get a little bit nervous, but you know, just try and relax, have a nice little ride. They do obviously prepare you for the road, making sure you know how to emergency brake just in case, how to pull off, how to stop, how to maneuver, and you know, like basic stuff. And they prepare you for the road. That's their job. So yeah, when you do take your CBT, if you don't have all the right gear, then they do provide it. Helmet, jacket, gloves. Not normally trousers and shoes, but if it is tipping it down with rain, they might provide some sort of waterproof trousers. You also want to make sure you cancel your indicators, because that could lead drivers to think the wrong thing. So you might, so say if you're indicating to turn left and there's a left turn up ahead and there's a driver waiting to pull out of that left turn and it is safe for him to do so, then he's going to think you're going to be slowing down and turning, but in actual fact you're not. You're carrying on straight, and it's going to cause an accident. So make sure to cancel. Don't make sure you remember to cancel your indicators. But yeah, like I said, you're guaranteed to pass unless you're extremely dangerous and careless when you ride and do cause accidents. Like this car behind me, he is right on my arse. There you go, it's giving me a bit of a gap now. That brings me to another point. If, for example, just like then, a car is up your arse, or very close to your behind, a more polite way to say it, then slow down a little bit, because you're going to need more time to stop. Because if you emergency brake, then they're going to just crash into you. So if you do get someone tailing your ass, you know, whatever you want to call it, just make sure you have that extra bit of gap to the car in front. So when on your CBT, the instructor will get you to stop at various points on the road part of the test. Usually quiet streets, and they'll get you to do some of the manoeuvres that you practiced, like a U-turn, or it's mainly U-turns, and starting on a hill as well, they also practice. Dead squirrel. Poor little squiggle. Also, I don't know if you saw that sign back there, but it said max speed 25 miles per hour around this corner, around a corner. That was in a triangle sign, so that is not law. You do not have to go that speed around that corner. You can go 30 miles an hour, which is the speed limit for this road. But if you're not confident enough to, like, if you don't know the area and don't know the corner, then I would recommend going that speed that the sign recommends, because you never know what could be around that corner. Could be a car stopped for some unknown reason, a car pulling out of their driveway or something. So yeah, and then at lower speed you'll have that split. You'll have a couple more seconds to react, and if you get cars that do that, just make sure you give them enough space, because they're not going to stop, and you want to make sure that you're safe. So just give them plenty of room. There's no harm. If you're on the CBT, then you should be in position 2 anyway, like so, like I am now, so that car would not have been in your way anyway, so, you know, no harm, no foul. Also, don't cut the corners. Say if you've got a little bit of a twisty road, a little bit of a bendy road, don't just drive straight and let the corner go. Yeah. I know what I mean. It's just hard to describe. I have to find a road, and I think this road has a bit of a twist, bend. whatever you like to call it. Whatever bump there. Yeah, what I mean is don't do this. And then goes to middle. You want to actually take the corner in the centre of the road. Not sure where we're going. Let's follow the X5. That caravan's gonna go just because he's a fucking idiot. And that beamer should have stopped. If you do get in a situation like that, just slow down a little bit. Use your back brake though, if it is on a corner, on a roundabout even, because if you use your front, then your front end's going to slide. You won't have enough traction for the front brake to operate correctly, and yeah, you're just not going to make that turn. Oh, we're here, okay. Is it this way? Or that way? Yeah, that way. Yeah, if you do your CBT in the rain, be very, very careful of drains. Because they are very slippery in the wet. And it could cause you to come off. Road ahead closed. Oh. Which road? Which road ahead is closed? That one, okay. I'm in the wrong gear going up this hill. Not good. Ooh, a bit bumpy there. I think I have covered everything for a CBT. For the road part of the test. So I shall say goodbye. This has been Lingo 64. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Alrighty then. Peace out. Shit. That was fucking close.